When I was growing up, lived in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I was about 12 years old, and my father wanted my brother and I to have a worthwhile hobby. In other words, he wanted to keep us out of trouble. We got the press from a family that lived not far from us. The man had died. His widow wanted to sell the shop, so we bought the whole shop. And this is what you see here today. I used it until I went to college. Printed a lot of little things. Here's some stuff. You'll see some stuff scattered around on what we printed. Small stuff for the most part, but we were busy. We were real busy, and we, for a 12, 13-year-old, we made quite a bit of money doing it. It was very profitable, very tedious, but we had time. But as we got older, I lost interest in the press. And I tried, about 15 or 20 years ago, I tried to give it to the college. They wanted it, they didn't have a place for it. So when the Clayton Center was built, it was just natural for us to revisit this with the college, and they have it now, and it's satisfying to me that it's going to be kept in one place for a long time. There's type is separated into compartments. You have big type, which is fairly legible to read, and then you have small type. And years ago, people used small type. Every letter has its place. Now, when you set type, you pull out of here and put it in its tray. When you take type down, you take it from here and put it back, and you had best put it back in the slot that it came out of, or the next person is not going to be very happy. Speak from experience. I've done all that. So we're going to take a work tray, which is very simple to this. We're going to decide about how long the line is going to be. Now let's just say I'm going to spell my name. Now my first name is Mike, but it's got to be a capital letter. So the capitals are on this side. For your benefit, there is a cheat sheet here, and it will show you where everything is. But I'm going to take this, and every letter has got a notch on it. The notch goes away from you. Now what's that letter?
W or N?
You read upside down. When you're setting type, you read upside down. And then we'll do the last name. When you get your document finished, you got to put it in the press to print. But you can't just put it in there like that. You have to block it up. Now step over here. This is a document that I sent many, many years ago, and I just happened to find it here when I was getting ready to have the class, so I blocked it up. Okay, this is cast iron. I've got to set it in the press because we're going to have to print it. So here we go. This one, we put the ink up here. We're going to set some little guides in here so that when the piece of paper that is going to be placed here, it's going to match up where you want it on this paper. And obviously this is a letterhead. Pittsburgh, 19, Pennsylvania. You can rest assured that's 40, 50 years ago. So we put little guides in here which would hold our paper in. We put our clean paper here, take our printed paper and stack it down here. The press is motorized and it works fine, but it's not set up correctly. So I'm going to do this by hand for you. Put your ink up here. The rollers would come up. Take the ink. Now these are old rollers, so they're, and we bring the ink down over the type. And you have one document printed. Have one piece of paper in your hand. When this came up, you take your left hand out, put your right one in, and you keep going. Same principle. The same principle with moving type that Gutenberg invented in 1440.